Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Anthony Petrovic, and with my group, Aaron Kuo, Robert Hung, and Anna Chu, we'll be presenting the trends in the hospitality and tourism industry according to academics. Trends play a prominent role in the hospitality and tourism industry. They aid businesses and marketers in determining futuristic ways to enhance their service and maximize customer satisfaction. The purpose of this research paper is to identify upcoming trends in the hospitality and tourism industry from the perspective of academics. It is crucial to understand upcoming trends and how they're determined in order to ensure that they can be applied to a business successfully and if they're even worth applying. Research was conducted on the current trends to find out what they are and how future trends can emerge from them. Our first objective is that we complete our full literature review, conduct 17 interviews with all the hospitality and tourism professors at Rice University. The next objective we have is to gain further understanding on how academics perceive the future of the hospitality and tourism industry. Lastly, we hope that our research can help them better gain an understanding of what trends are and what trends are prevailing in the industry currently. The approach that we went for our project was a qualitative research approach, and a common method of that is interviewing. The 3 steps we took in order to conduct our project was 1. Literature review. The literature review informs the reader the current state of knowledge on a topic. Step 2. Sampling strategy. The research required will be using a sampling element. A sampling element is a unit of analysis or a case in the population. Step 3. Pre-testing and pilot. The questionnaire was pre-tested with several students in the same program and educational year as the researchers to ensure that the interviewers were prepared for the interviews.
Go. Woo. Timmy, what happened? You failed. You completely missed the point of the test.
What? What do you mean?
Do you not remember what I taught you in class, Timmy?
Oh, sorry. My dog ate my notes.
Well, that's unfortunate. I guess it's time to go over it with you again. Maybe this will help spark your memory. So, do you remember when we first talked about what a definition of a trend is?
I remember you saying that a trend is something that is up and coming and follows innovation. So you have your innovators, your trend makers, and your trend followers. So basically, a trend happens when innovators gain traction and become more mainstream.
Very good, Timmy. Don't forget, a trend is also a disruptor, and it has the ability to change the industry. Well, on to the next question then. So here, you got the question partially correct. You stated that in order to determine if something is a trend, you have to talk to business leaders. Well, that is correct, but however, you forgot to mention the part where you can also determine a trend through other means. You can determine trends through speaking to industry leaders and customers to understand both their needs and what's happening in an industry. You can also determine trends by reading magazines, articles, and literature as well to see news about the industry.
Ah, okay, I see.
So on to the next question here. So what trends are currently important in the hospitality and tourism industry? And Timmy, it seems you left this question completely blank. What happened?
Sorry, I must have been daydreaming. However, I do know that one current trend involves how the current generation values an experience over a tangible object. I believe it is called the experience industry. This is very important as people crave experiences which range from an adventure tour to the experience of purchasing a material product.
Yes, Timmy, that is correct. The experience industry brings us to another trend in the hotel industry, which is being at a home away from home. This is something that hotels are adopting because guests are always wanting to feel at home no matter where they are. The guest expects a seamless experience to what they have at home, and through the use of AI, hotels can utilize guest data to profile customers and customize their experience.
Oh, I know another important trend. I believe sustainability is an important topic in the industry right now, and over-tourism is an important trend that the industry has to keep an eye out on. Destinations are slowly reaching the point of oversaturation, and destinations need to start seeing how they can manage themselves as a resource. A quote I remember you saying in class is, "Cancer is like tourism, and tourism is cancer, because as it keeps growing, it can have major detriments on the destination."
Wow, Timmy, great job remembering that quote. And now if you only remembered to write it down on your paper instead of daydreaming on your test. Well, so you will have a retest rescheduled for next week, and I really do hope you remember to answer all the questions this time. And so now we'll continue on with today's lesson. Today we'll continuing to talk about our discussion on trends. And so do you remember that we put all our trends into 3 different categories?
Oh yes! Sustainability, technology, guest experience. I'll even describe what sustainability trends are. Sustainability trends are very relevant in our industry because it is our ability to keep our industry alive and increase our longevity. A specific trend right now is over-tourism. It is important because, like we said before, tourism is a cancer, and if we keep investing in it without managing our resources correctly, it can lead to a decline in tourism, and the resources will be depleted.
Great job, Timmy. So can you tell me a bit more about technology trends?
Yes! Technology trends are important because technology is constantly evolving and changing. Technology is used in almost every industry, including hospitality and tourism, as it is intertwined with our everyday lives. Whether it be through your phones or AI, it is now part of our daily lives. AI in particular is especially important as AI makes the necessity of many tasks irrelevant, as AI can complete these tasks instantaneously. AI and technology continue to impact the industry and impact the way many tasks are done.
Well, good job again, Timmy. So it's time to move on to the last trend, which is guest experiences. So guest experience trends are trends that have to do with the satisfaction level of guests. So this is important as guest satisfaction has always been one of the key indicators of customer loyalty. And as we have previously discussed, the experience industry trend is now being applied to meet customer demands. So experiences are a highly craved demand, and so the industry must follow the trend to achieve customer satisfaction. And that concludes the grade 5 class of hospitality and tourism with Mr. Aaron Quill.
Now I'm going on to the recommendations, limitations, and future research section. So for recommendations, we have discovered that many trends are either already mainstream or ones that are looking to emerge into the hospitality and tourism industry. So for mainstream trends, they have already been emerging for 5 to 6 years, growing day to day, year after year. So these trends include sustainability, technology, guest services, and economy. So after conducting our research and speaking to a number of academics, we have learned that these trends are the reason as to why some companies in the hospitality and tourism industry are so big and are getting even bigger. The trends help them gain that reputation, which leads to more customers, which ends up being more revenue. So some trends that aren't mainstream yet, that might not ever become a mainstream trend, but judging by our research and knowledge from our academics, we believe they will. The first idea we look at is guest comfort. Secondly, we look at AI, artificial intelligence, becoming more popular each day. And lastly, we recommend that industry looks into guest relations. So for limitations section, we did not get to interview all academics. Some academics did not reply to the email that requested for an interview, and one academic did not do the interview because they felt they would not have adequate answers for questions that we would be asking. So next time we would try to get all interviews done earlier and before a certain time and make sure that all academics will be able to do the interview. So going on to the future research. Future research should look towards the emerging trends and trends in other industries. Future research can look towards trends that are just arriving or that seem like they will affect our industry in the future. So targeting more or different samples in the hospitality and tourism industry could also be done for future studies. Asking other people who are not academics in the industry could also be used in future studies.
Thank you very much for watching our video. Please let us know if you have any feedback.